Hi tutors and friends, I'm LooXueWei from DID Class 3. Today, I'm going to present my slides on Term 3 project, the 9-grid bedroom. Before I talk about my model and design process, I'd like to talk a bit about the user, Georges Perec. Georges Perec lived alone. He had spent most of his time in his room. I see him as an introverted person, but reading the text, I realize he shows a different persona that is in contrast with this personality. Knowing that he flirts with ladies makes me think that he's actually brave and outgoing as well. Hence, the 9-grid bedroom that I designed emphasizes and highlights this contrast. So how am I going to show that? Well, without further ado, let us begin. The next slide shows the rituals and the postures when the user is doing the certain ritual. So for ritual 1 is staring at the ceiling, 2 is brushing the cats, 3 is writing diary, 4th is reading novel, and 5th is listening to radio. So let us start with our first ritual, staring at the ceiling. It is under the category rest. It takes place on the user's bed when he is in his room. When he lies on his bed and staring at the ceiling, he is not having any thoughts. He does it in the morning when he has nothing to do. His mind is at ease and his body at a relaxing state while performing this ritual. So when I designed this model, I placed this surface for this ritual at the middle of the room and at the lowest level. This is to ensure that there is enough distance and space between the user and the ceiling, so that when he lies on the surface, he does not feel pressured by the constrained environment. This can help him relax mentally. The height of the surface is a little high, so there is a flight of stairs next to the surface that can be used for him to reach it. The second ritual is brushing his cat is under the category play. He loves his cat a lot. He's willing to put time and effort into brushing his cat, so it's not a job for him. It's actually a playtime, so he can spend more time with his cat. And the surface is located at the back of the room where there is enough space for the cat to move around. There's also a path next to the entrance leading to the highest level in the room. It's actually for the cat to go up and then play at the highest level there. Because I think the user likes the cat a lot, so he's willing to sacrifice the room spaces for it. The third ritual is writing diaries under the category work. It takes place on his bed. When he writes his diary entries on his bed, when he does so, he takes time to reminisce his past. He has a mixed feeling thinking of the past. The surface is located at a high level in the room. It comes with another surface which can be used as table. There's also a window next to the seat so that the scenery can provoke his thoughts when he's trying to think about what to write. The fourth ritual is reading novel. It's under the category play. When he reads, he gets very immersed in the story that he often imagines himself as a character. The bed will also become part of the story too. It may be his shelter or tool of transportation. He can feel excited, nervous, frightened, protected when reading. The surface is located above the surface for ritual 3. The table for ritual 3 can now be used as a step to reach this surface. There are surfaces attached to the wall of the room. They are for the storage of his books. The last ritual is listening to radio. It's under the category rest. It takes place anywhere in his room. He leaves the radio on for the whole day. He listens to various kinds of songs depending on his mood. He listens to news broadcasts too. This ritual shares the same surface as ritual 1. There's a block at the side of the surface is for the placement of the radio. When I designed this model, I've thought about how he would want the radio to be more accessible since he listens to it all day. So I placed it in a more reachable surface, which is next to the resting area. My design intent for this 9-grid bedroom is to highlight the contrast of the user Georges Perec's personality inside and outside of his room. Each side of the room has an area that is not entirely covered. This emphasizes the user's boldness when he socializes with people he's not familiar. For example, the daughter of the cotton mill owner. However, when he is in his own room alone, he is quiet and introverted. And these are the sketches that I did for my drafts. Final draft looks like this, which is what the model is in now. And these are the ideations, like the physical models. And the surfaces at the side actually shows contrast because there are some parts that are empty and not entirely covered, which brings out the contrast of the user's personality. Okay, my presentation will end here. Thank you.